how do you feel when you help people and they fuck you over? Like, don't give you your props. Like, because I always give you your props, man. I always say that your platform is one of the biggest platforms to help me out. Like, how do you feel about relationships within the industry? Like, are you cool with a lot of rappers, or I know you cool with academics and Trap Law and Whack, and we know you're friends, but like, who do you like out of the young guys or the up and coming guys, or like, who's on your radar that you like?
That I like, or who actually I have relationships with?
Relationships and who's on your radar. Like, who do you actually watch?
I mean, look, man, I ran into Tusi at the Young Boy show. He was one of the openers, on that tour, and it was like, oh shit, like I gave him one of his first interviews, and now he's blown up after that. He was like, yo, man, like we were just both happy to see each other, and we exchanged numbers and everything else like that. I gave Migos their first interview. I mean, they haven't done anything, with us recently, but I gave Big Sean one of his first interviews.
Oh shit! I see. People don't know that.
Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. I gave him his first interview.
Damn.
And a lot of these dudes, I mean, like, just because Boosie, me and Boosie obviously have a close relationship, over the years, and I've given a lot of people, people reach points in their careers where their management gets in their ear or whatever. Oh, Vlad the Feds don't do his interview, or sometimes people just scared. Right, people just scared. Like I remember when I was talking to Whack yesterday, when I was dealing with the whole Joyner Lucas situation. Like Whack was talking to Joyner, like, yo, so what's your problem with Vlad? Oh, Vlad, he gets people hurt. Oh, he gets people killed. Oh, he gets people, they go to prison. And it's like, man, come on, shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, like you're just drinking the Kool-Aid. Like, none of this shit is true, and none of this even applies to you. You're a backpack rapper. So it's just like, it's one of those things where people know that they'll go to a certain platform and it'll be very softball and they can get away with a lot of shit. Whereas when they go to Vlad TV or even the Breakfast Club, they know that, hey, there's going to be some shit where they're going to press you on it. And maybe we just don't want to do that platform.
Right.
And that's cool. Life goes on, man. Like I've never, if we do an interview, like our job is done at that point. You got something out of it, I got something out of it, we go on. If we circle back at a later point, cool. If not, that's fine. Usually the problems start when there's like a level of stringing somebody along. Like if I felt like I've been strung along for a long period of time, like I said, like with the Joyner shit, it was like the Joyner Lucas shit. He's going on this whole, I never fuck with that dude. I always thought he was a bitch. I never was going to do his shit. But then I brought up the text messages when I addressed it yesterday, and I showed how his manager was like, yeah, we want to do something. Let's figure out a date. Hey, how about we do something like this? Blah, 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 blah. And that went on for like a year. You see what I'm saying? So then at the end of that, I get a little annoyed because it's like, well, if you didn't want to fuck with me, just say you don't want to fuck with me. Like, why are we spending a year talking about some shit when your artist is saying, I hate this dude? What's the point? What's the point? And that's where sometimes I get annoyed as shit. But like you've seen, no one likes their time wasted. I remember.
Do you get pissed like do you get pissed like when an artist like got something coming like an album or a movie or anything like that, and that's when they're pressing for the interview, but when you want them, they don't want to give you the interview? But when it's time to do that press run?
We get skipped on promo runs all the time, man. So that doesn't really bother me. Man, look, like we were the first ones to really start paying for interviews. That was a big no-no. Like in the media world, like 60 Minutes and all that, like you never pay for interviews, right? Even though you find out later on that people have always been paying for interviews. Right? People get flown out, people get put in hotels, people get perks and shit like that. So people have always kind of paid in a certain type of way, or they get hush money. Oh, I'm going to put this in someone else's name or whatever. But during the pandemic, I just said, man, fuck it. I can't keep trying to lean on my relationships with people to keep having them come back all the time. I'm making money. Let me break off a certain amount and give the person a certain amount of money also, where after the dust settles, we all make something out of it. And that's turned into like, now people have, you look at the Charleston Whites of the world or the Woodies of the world, like they make their living off getting paid for interviews. And that's something that I started during the pandemic, and now a lot of people have adopted. But, you know, like when I talked to Birdman for the first time, he was like, yo, man, like business-wise, I salute you for that. You're the first person who's ever done that. And like, yo, he's like, yo, I admire your business sense of realizing, you know, creating a business when it didn't exist before. So, you know, look, we work out payments. We don't pay everybody. Most people come do Vlad TV for free.
Yeah, because
if it makes sense, if we're, you know, like me and you, like we know there's a track record, so I know that it's a business deal that should hopefully work out for the both of us.
So that's cool with me. So when academics told you that it made sense what you spent on 6ix9ine,
yeah,
I know it made sense after the numbers, but was that something is that something you instantly in your mindset I'm gonna do, or does it take a couple of days to say, let me look at other numbers and figure it out? Logistically?
It was instant. Because I had already considered it, but I was a little worried that, you know, because you also got to understand, you got to roll it out a certain type of way, right? So that Tekashi interview, when we put out the full interview originally, it got demonetized and age restricted, which means that the numbers pretty much went to like $0. Right? If you have a video that's demonetized and age restricted, number one, it won't get any views because YouTube won't push any traffic to it at all. But even if it does get views, if it gets, let's say, 1 million views, you'll make like $100 off of it. Right? So I had to sort of clip it out and piece by piece, and at the very end, we put out the full interview. And by using that method, we were actually able to make a lot of money back, and then ultimately we made a sizable profit off of it.
Do you feel like that's the Vlad TV format? And do you feel, because I feel
it's always been the Vlad TV format. It's been that Vlad TV format since 2008. I mean, now it's called clipping, but we were the first ones to do it in the YouTube space. I mean, people have always used clips and media and news and stuff like that. We didn't invent anything. But I mean, in the YouTube space, to take an interview and chop it up, because it's funny, because I guess Michael Jordan has some big deal with, I don't know, NBC or something, and people are like, oh shit, they're Vlad TVing his interview. Like, they're chopping it up and putting it out in pieces.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, cool.
I mean, because it seemed like, you know, you was like the first guy I ever seen doing that.
Yeah.